Have you ever wondered what your dog really does the moment you leave the house? To your dog, your departure isn't just you stepping outside. It's a sudden shift in their entire world. Dogs experience the world through smell in a way we can't fully understand. Your scent isn't just familiar, it's reassuring. It tells them that you exist, that you're real, that you belong to them. So when you're not physically present, they search for the closest version of you they can find. And sometimes, they just stay there. Quietly. Not doing anything dramatic. Just being close to what feels like you. But that's only the beginning. At some point, your dog will move again. They may walk through the house slowly, room by room, not out of boredom, but out of awareness. They're checking doors, windows, spaces you usually occupy. Not because they expect something to be wrong, but because your absence has changed the environment, and their instincts tell them to understand it. This behavior is often invisible to owners, but it's deeply rooted in who dogs are. In the wild, separation from the group requires awareness. And even though your home is safe, that instinct doesn't disappear. So your dog quietly becomes more alert. And then, there's something that surprises a lot of people. Sometimes, your dog listens. Not casually. Not passively. They pause, ears slightly raised, body still, focusing on distant sounds, footsteps outside, a car passing, a door somewhere far away. And every time they hear something that even remotely resembles you, they react. They move toward the door. They perk up. They wait. For a moment, there's hope. And when that moment passes, they slowly relax again. This cycle can repeat multiple times while you're gone. Small waves of anticipation, followed by quiet acceptance. But not all of their behavior is about alertness. Some of it is deeply emotional. There are moments when your dog chooses to rest, but even then, it's not random. They don't always go to the most comfortable place. They go to places that feel connected to you. Your bed. Your clothes. The couch where you sit. Because comfort to your dog isn't just physical. It's emotional. And being surrounded by your scent helps them regulate that feeling of absence. There's also a quieter behavior that many people never realize. Sometimes your dog simply sits and stares at the door. Not scratching. Not barking. Just sitting there, still, eyes focused on the place where you disappeared. It might look like nothing. But in their mind, that door is not just a barrier. It's a connection. The last point where you existed in their space. And they don't fully understand time the way you do. They don't think in hours or schedules. So instead of thinking, "You'll be back at 5," they exist in a state of waiting without knowing when it ends. Which makes their patience even more powerful. And then there's something even more subtle. Your dog adapts. After a while, they settle into a rhythm. They may lie down, sleep lightly, wake up again, move slightly, listen again. It becomes a quiet cycle of rest and awareness. But even in sleep, they're not fully disconnected. Because your presence is still missing. And sometimes, if you could see them in those moments, you notice something that changes how you see them forever. They're not just waiting. They're holding space for you. Your absence doesn't erase you from their world. It reshapes it. Everything becomes a version of before you come back. And then, something shifts. Maybe it's the sound of your footsteps outside. Maybe it's your voice. Maybe it's something so subtle you wouldn't even notice. But your dog does. Instantly. Before the door even opens, they know. Their body changes. Their posture lifts. Their attention sharpens in a way that's completely different from before. And in that moment, all the quiet behaviors, all the waiting, all the small, unseen actions, they lead to one thing: reconnection. Because for your dog, your return isn't just the end of waiting. It's the restoration of their world. So the next time you leave your house and imagine your dog simply lying there, doing nothing. Remember this. There's a whole silent story unfolding while you're gone. A story of scent, memory, instinct, and emotion. A story where your dog moves through your absence in ways you never see. Not because they're lost without you, but because, in their own quiet way, they never really stop being with you.